it's Ms. Saida Jackson, Cape Town Cedar Manager, a colleague and a friend of small business. Nice to see you, Saida. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks, Faiz. Nice to see everybody.
Yeah. So Zaida's been a busy year. How's things in Cedar space in Cape Town?
So it's been quite challenging. I think with the merger happening with Cedar and SEFA, there's a lot of uncertainty. People are not getting maybe the full story that is coming out. We don't know where it's at, but that there is with business as usual. But yeah, and so we're focusing on, our job is to support small and medium enterprises across the board, from a startup right to an export client. And so it's been a challenging year, but yeah, we're growing.
And just for the people, the viewers out there, the programs that you have, I know the flagship program is the Township and the Rural Entrepreneurial Program. Maybe for those that don't know, what's the program about?
Okay, so the program that Faiz mentioned is called TREP, and that program is designed specifically for informal and micro enterprises. The spaces we're looking at is plazas and general dealers, butcheries. We're looking at personal care, which is like people running manis and pedis and hairdressers from home. We're looking at shisha nyama and cooked foods. So anyone, and then we've got the bakery and confectionery. We've got small scale clothing as well. It's clothing, leather and textiles. People working from home. I mean, like I'll show my mask is made by a lady that we're going to put onto the program. And basically the program is designed for anyone that's in a, what we call in a township. And the way they define township is any area that is not being occupied by white people. So if we look at the Cape Flats, for example, because a lot of people seem to think that township only talks about Mitchells Plain, Khayelitsha and Langa, but it actually also focuses on the whole of the Cape Flats. So if somebody's even in Grassy Park's never been a white area. So therefore we'll look at all the areas where it's only been black and coloured people, basically. That's it.
So, look, I love the program because it just helps. It basically says, here's an opportunity. It's not a lot of money, but it does give those that have their own business to start. So Zaida, if people want to start, do they come to the office, and what are the type of grants and money and just the process around it?
Okay, so our role at CEDA is to do the pre-compliance because there's quite a lot of requirements that needs to be done. So like people have to formalize businesses. We assist with those things. So CEDA's role is to do the pre-compliance, to get the client ready to be either on the online portal or even a manual application. And the funding part happens through SEFA, which is a sister agency within the Department of Small Business. And so from our role basically is to maybe make sure the client is ready to be in the program. The way it works is all different. Most of them is blended finance. So for example, the SPAZA program is 7,000 on the table. 3,500 is a grant, a once-off grant. And then the other 3.5 is a rotation. It's like a revolving credit facility. So in other words, that 3.5 you buy stock. As you pay back, you get that credit back again to use it. So that's what's called revolving credit facility. And then the same program for the motor industry, for example, guys like panel beaters and those guys, there is 500,000 on the table. It's blended finance. They say 50,000 is a grant, but they don't always give the full 50,000. And the 450 is for working capital, especially in the motor industry guys. You want to get the guys to an event, to the point where they can actually work with the insurance companies. Because a lot of our guys from the previous disadvantaged communities couldn't get access to that, especially because most of the white companies work in that space. And so our role is to get these guys compliant, so they can actually be able to access that funding, so that they can basically buy the equipment they need for their panel shop or mechanics, whatever they have. So.
There you have it. So it's very clear that Zaida and her team know her stuff. She's been in the game. So I want to encourage, in fact, challenge everybody on the Cape Flats. Let's take this opportunities. People like Zaida, Ms. Jackson and her team will be there to help you. This is a government that cares for you, and we are ready to help you. So take us up, come forward and fill in those forms, because we want people to work and we want you to be the boss of yourself. So thanks everybody, and tune in, like and subscribe, and come to CEDA and to SEFA. I'm sure they will help you.
I just want to say on the last one, there are 4 offices within the city of Cape Town. Our core branch is in Bellville, opposite SARS. We've got a small office in the CBD, In Pinnacle Building, we've got an office in Khayelitsha, a very busy office. It's above the Harare Library. And then I have an office in Atlantis. And that is in the building that we sort of co-lease with Serebi, the South African Renewable Incubator, that I sit on the board with. So yeah, so those are the four spaces that we're in within the city. So we have ample footprint for people to get to the CEDA offices. But you can also call the office, the main office. They can get it online. They can look at CEDA. My details are there, and the office details. They can call the office, and they can walk in. They can, there are always people available to meet with them.